Hey all. So, I'm sitting here shooting crows, and I've got the 312 Zulus on my 17 HMR. Now, it's hoodie crows I'm after. I'm not after rooks or jackdaws or anything like that. The hoodie crows are causing a bit of an issue where they are basically, how do I say this politely, picking the eyes out of sheep while they're having the lambs. In fact, one such sheep is sitting lying right there that I had to euthanize. So it's getting a bit monotonous. However, anyway, that's a different story. That's a whole different ball game. I've just spent the morning since 3 o'clock this morning on the estate. Saw a few deer, but they weren't. I wasn't able to shoot them because they were female. But so I thought, it's now midday. I shall come and do a little bit of kind of crows and that before going to my bed for a couple of hours before heading back out onto a high seat somewhere. But it made me think. I was at the stalking show just recently, and it made me think about where night vision and thermal came from. And the reason why it made me think is because quite a few of you guys who came to see me did say, oh, well, it's a Chinese product, I don't really want to touch it. And I'm like, so what brands are out there that really are Lithuanian or American or even British? And there's not many. It really isn't. In fact, majority of the high-end thermal products and night vision products that you get in the UK or in America will be from China or Asia somewhere. So the main countries for producing night vision and thermal is in Asia, so China and Vietnam. Companies that you would expect to think that they are American, such as AGM and Inferi USA, or Fiery USA, whatever way you want to call it, or IRI USA, sorry. They're not actually made products in America. ATN is American, yeah, ATN Technologies is in America, but the fact is the quality of their units is not very good, and that's down to cost. That's and then people say to me, well, Pulsar, well, yeah, they're high-end thermals made in Lithuania and made in places in Latvia. However, quite a lot of their stuff is made in China too. They've branched out of China to make things a lot cheaper. Like their Axion models, for instance, they come out of China. Quite a lot of products come out of China. So if you actually are looking at what you got for shooting, most of the products that you've probably got, whether it's a Zeiss scope or whether it's a various other types of brands, or whether it's DNT Optics here, mostly it's going to be coming out of China or Asia. And that makes life a little kind of complicated for you guys, because you've got quite a lot of shooters in this country have this principle that, I will not buy Chinese. Well, in fact, you're buying Chinese and you don't even know it. So the way I look at it, and this is the way I look at things in general, is that you actually need to just go for a quality product, no matter where it's made. And the reason why this topic came up as well is a lot of American guys who use night vision and thermal and stuff like that, they are starting to feel the pinch because of these tariffs. Because the biggest tariffs at the moment are going to be coming from China. And what they didn't realise, that the likes of their AGM Rattler and stuff like that isn't actually made in America. And they're the most popular brands. Just food for thought on that side. It's only a little 5 minutes while I'm out in the field. Just food for thought. Again, I'm using the Zulus during the day. It's a fantastic scope. I just shot like 3 crows with it. 130, 140 yards. And that in itself makes this a quality product. But where was it made? It was made in China. I haven't got a problem with it being made in China. In fact, what the difference between this scope and many others is it's a little bit cheaper and it's far better. You know, where your challenge is finding your quality brand now. Not whether it's made in China, it's whether it is an actual quality brand that you are getting out of China. Because genuinely, DNT Optics has been really good. Haven't had much issues with the DNT stuff. I did have a lot of issues with Pulsar stuff over the years. I'm not the only person, quite a lot of people. And that's made in Lithuania and double the price. You know? You look at their high-end thermal right now, it's sitting at 6 to 10 grand, depending on which one you're going to go for. 6 to 10 grand? I ain't paying 6 to 10 grand for a thermal unit. I could get a good thermal unit, the 635 for instance, and there's plenty of footage I've got up there. The 635 on the DNT stuff, thermal multispectral, and that's 2.5 grand. The 335's 1,500 quid. There's a big difference, and the 335 is phenomenal. I could get 4 of them for the price of a XG60. It's just the way it goes. If you're not going to buy from China, well, that's up to you in the end. You're losing out though. You are losing out. However, I do say that there is a bit of a competition between the Chinese brands, whether it's Hick Micro or whether it's Pard or whether it's DNT or whether it's various others. I still say the best quality stuff that I've tried out of China is from DNT. Anyway, just a kind of food for thought. Think about where your scope really actually comes from. Maybe do a little bit of research, because you might be surprised. Even some of your high-end day optics, most of it's produced in China these days. Anyway, I'm going to get back to this. After that last couple of shots, the birds have disappeared. And I am just going to enjoy the sun for an hour. I won't doze off because I've got my contacts in. You ever fallen asleep with your contacts in? Anyway, enjoy the rest of the day. And I'll be out foxing after I'm out stalking tonight. So maybe get some decent footage as well. Get some more foxes. I haven't seen many about. Stay safe. Catch you in a bit.